Hi, this is Chantal from ThePurringCatStudio and welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to make a video very relaxing. I hope you'll join me. Grab your scraps. If you have a sidekick or whatever die cutting machine you have, why don't you just get all settled and participate and just craft away with me. If not, you can just sit and relax and maybe take yourself something to drink, a nice tea or coffee, and just get inspired by some of the ideas. This is just me prepping in advance things to have to put in journals. I need to make new journals soon, and I need some embellishments to be made for them. So if you want to see what I come up with, if you just want to relax, or if you want to craft with me, how about we meet each other on the other side of the intro? Okay, so it is morning here. Good morning. Let me have a sip of coffee while it's still warm. Oh my goodness, does it ever feel good? Okay, so some of you may recognize my new papers here, and these are scraps from it. See, I'll scrap this a little thicker, but I can do something with that. There's actually a lot. I'm not sure I'm going to use all of it. We'll see. Maybe I'll leave these bigger pieces aside. These I pre-cut to fit my sidekick because mine is actually quite small. But that is a lot. I don't think I'll do all of these because I have such a small sidekick. I can only make like 2 flowers, maybe 3 if it's a small one at a time. It's a very long process. But I also want, I don't know, let me see. Am I running out of frames? Well, I love Tim Holtz frames, but they do have a particular type of color and undertone to that wallflower paper, at least the page that I chose. So you know what? I might, let me check again, see what I have. Oh, they're so beautiful. But I think I will make a few with my own. Do I have like a piece that's thicker? That's the only one. Okay. I'll look in my how do you say, folder, and if not, I'll just grab one after. I do want to make a few frames with my own paper. Since I'm going to be making a journal eventually with my own papers, I want to have frames that match, you know. Okay, so I could have gotten ready, before I started this video, but I just wanted to chit chat. I wanted this to be relaxing. I'm not kidding. I just woke up. I got up and I made my coffee, and then I came down here. I'm looking for the ovals here. I hope the metal sound does not bother you. Okay, so that's one of them. And I think this is the one that goes inside. No, it's a smaller one. Otherwise, there wouldn't be anything left for the frame. Ah, can't be far. I use it all the time. Hold on. Okay, so I found this the oval. I might make a few just like that. You know, like for those tags that I like to make. I found this. I love that because I'm in the process of making farm papers, but I'm just going to put it aside because I'm not going to use it today. And I have this one, very useful, although I do make tags to fussy cut, so I'm uncertain about that today. No, I'm going to put it away. I can't be doing everything. This will be a 3,000 hours video, but I will show you. So these are my go-to flowers right there. This is the whole kit. So these are my go-to because I love how this goes in this and there, and then even the little, whoops, where is it? Oh, I hear it. Got it. So even the little circle, which is not perfect, I love it. And once you make the flower, it really makes a beautiful flower. which is still pretty flat because it's just made with paper, but just enough fluff, if you will, that it really brings a lot of interest. So these are my favorite. But the kit did come, and it is listed in my favorite things that the things that I buy, that I purchase often, let's say, or the things I use often, sorry, not purchase, use often in my craft. So it also came with these flowers here and those 2 leaves. So it is really nice if you're cutting in darker paper and such. They're a little more, I think the word I'm looking for is whimsical. They're really pretty, but my style is more vintage, and I find that not realistic flowers, but closer to realistic, I'm not sure if I'm making any sense here, is more my style than these whimsical ones. I really love them. They're pretty, and I'm sure I will find a way to use them because they are nice, and I've already done one with this, and it actually really looked good. But for today, I'm just gonna stick with my style because I do have plans with all these things I want to create. So there you go. Before I proceed to cutting this, let me just quickly show you what I'm working on. I'm not done yet, but I usually don't show unless, hold on. That first morning coffee, it still has to kick in. So what was I saying? See, caffeine is not in my brain yet. Oh, how pathetic. I can't help it. So I'm working on these papers because I know we're just, in the middle of March, but I feel spring. I want spring. I'm dreaming of spring, and I decided that a farm for me rings spring. You have to start planting and start prepping, and it smells good, it's beautiful, and I'm just a farmer girl at heart. You wouldn't know that by looking at me, but as they say, don't judge a person by the outside. I would live on a farm tomorrow if I had the opportunity. And yes, I would work hard. My nails would still be done. I would put gloves. Don't worry about that. So I'm making these papers. I hope you like them. I always try, and maybe you can comment and tell me if that's useful or not, or if you care about that or not. But I know that a lot of us will fold the papers in half to put in our journals, and most of us have, A4, yes, A4 or 8.5 by 11 papers, and I always try so that when you fold it, the image is not, folded as well. Sometimes it won't matter if it's more of a background image, then fold away. But I try and be mindful of that. I don't know if that's something you appreciate. You can let me know. So this is usually I wouldn't show it if the paper's not done, and maybe the paper isn't done, I'm not certain, but so far this is what I came up with, and I'm glad I slept on it because it really allowed me to think, and I kind of really love it because I've seen a lot of beautiful papers that are more like farm papers, and they're gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, they are gorgeous, but they're different than this one, and that's why I love mine. Mine has like old no, I always want to say tapestry, old wallpaper, and it's ripped, and it's like an old farmhouse, like old. I'm not talking about somebody's house right now. I'm sure your farmhouse is delightful, but you know what I mean, like something really old and vintage, and I don't know, there's something about it that I really really love. And I don't know if any of you, I know I'm switching subjects here, but anyways, these seem to be so far the papers. I would probably do a similar to each page, but a lot lighter with elements out and more in the background, like maybe this, all the elements here will be taken off. Maybe I'll take this, blow it up very light in the background, add lines for it to be the inside of a journal page, right? So you could take this with the next one, or this one with the same with the lines, and copy both sides. You got yourself a journal page that is completely full. And then of course you add your usual, you know, coffee dyed papers and book papers that you've ripped from somewhere, and you've got yourself a pretty nice journal. I always try and make 5 or 6 base pages, because you can also print some on coffee dyed paper, you know. And I'm figuring out that 5 or 6 plus all your usual paper that you put in, because it does give 12 total. So you could easily print these on a book page. Why not? A book page that's 8.5 by 11. You decide that one side will contain an image, and they're kind of dark. I tend to go towards almost a grungy, I would say. So easily doable, right? Anyway, so I usually try and give you a total of 12 or 14 pages, and then I'll try and make a few tags and embellishments to cut out. So I'm just going to put this aside. So that's what I'm working on. And that's why I want to make flowers, because I want to put some flowers. I'm also going to use this where I need to stamp things on. So for now, I'm going to change the angle of the camera. Good luck. Because this little beauty needs to hold on. Let me see. Wait, we're going to lose lighting. Remember this? This is the background on my table well, actually my second few videos. Whoops, hold on. I should have done this, but it's hard to do before because, you know. Okay, so this little sidekick is very small. I would love to have a bigger one, but I can't buy everything, and so I don't. So I'm not, you know, I do what I can, right? So I'm going to put my strips of paper, and whoops. For those of you who've never used these, you just have to remember that this is the cutting part, the flat part. So the cutting part obviously needs to be on the paper, okay? Just like so. Since I have a tiny spot left, I will do the center right here. This one doesn't fit, I'll do it after. Actually, wait now. No, I'll do the little center after, and you'll see why in a minute. You will understand why. Okay. Put this in. If I look clumsy, it's because I have this thing in my way and the light that I moved, so it's not great. Okay. Everything's shaking. I'm just gonna show you the first few ones. I don't want you to sit through all of this, but I know not everyone has a die cutter, so I thought, well, it'd be nice to show. You know, I didn't know what it was before somebody showed me. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this to take it out. Same with this one. Oh, this one came out. So as you can see, this was double-sided cardstock. And these two together, it's okay, but there's no difference in the colors. I would probably not do that. I will probably use a lighter paper for a smaller one eventually and such. Now I will pass this paper one more time to add this little beauty, and maybe you'll see there's a reasoning behind this madness. Actually, just like so would be perfect. Yes. You will see in a second why I wanted to place it a certain way and not just place it wherever. Okay. So the reason why is because I use these. Don't throw them out. And I wanted to place it in a certain way so that if I decided to, let's say, cut it right here, that's why I left some space. If I decide to cut it right here, I can use the top part like so and make a pocket. Yeah, I could put vellum paper underneath. I could put, let's say, let me see if this will show, a darker color, and all of a sudden the flowers pop more. That was not a good end. Oh, here I have pink. See? So now you have something very interesting. So yes, that's why I was mindful of where to place the flowers. And in fact, if I had been more mindful, I would have put this one and then the small one somewhere here and then the bigger one over there and then the other one there, because then look, this is a belly band. But now this doesn't fit, so I'm probably going to cut it in half because I don't like the balance. It's totally unbalanced for a belly band. But you get what I'm saying, right? So this is why I try and be mindful. So I will keep going with this. I don't want you to suffer through it. And I'll come back when I'm ready to put flowers together and do other things for our embellishments. And I'm back. I got myself a new coffee. Okay, so I got distracted as usual because when I came down here, I wanted to do a video. I wasn't 100% certain what to put in the video. I still am not. I really do fly by the seat of my own pants. I'm not the most organized person. It's a miracle I can get through my weeks. But you know, I did have a general idea, right? So like I said in the intro, because I do want to make a new journal. I have all these new papers in the making. I'm very inspired, but I have nothing to put in them. I have a few things, but they don't necessarily match the journals I have in mind. So I didn't cut too many of these because I ran out of cardstock, and these frames I want to do on cardstock, absolutely, because they're more solid and it's a frame, and you know, sometimes they end up in like this, you know, with vellum in the middle, so they gotta be set, you know, quite solid. And same thing with this, you know, I put eyelets in it and then a ribbon, so they have to be solid enough, so paper won't do it. And I ran out of cardstock. I gotta go and get some today, and it's so cold and I don't want to. Anyways, so yes, I only did these. That's okay. We probably won't even get to those. I'm just trying to like be relaxed here and throw ideas at you. And sometimes watching somebody else craft, I don't know if you're like me, there's sometimes I'm not learning anything. Like what the lady I'm watching is doing, I know, I've done it. But you know what? Watching somebody else, I guess it's a human thing, sometimes will spark something in me. And it's something I've done. Like sometimes they're not showing me anything. I mean, a pocket is a pocket is a pocket. You know what I mean? There's only so many ways to do a pocket. Or a tag. Hello. I mean, they make tag punches for a reason, because a tag is a tag is a tag. But watching somebody else do it is relaxing. It's entertaining. And the way they decorate it also sparks some, you know, creativity. And sometimes I'm sitting there watching somebody else do the same thing that I've done, but for some reason it gives me another idea. It's like, oh, you know what? And then there I go. It might be a piece of paper they're holding. It might be something they're saying. So I thought, you know what? I can do that too. Relaxing videos, you know? So, all this to say that I picked a few things that I might decorate and show you what I do with the, you know, in the idea of prepping for a new journal. And I realized that this is the kit. Hold on, I'm going to be confusing here. Okay, wait. These came from the blue and cream kit that's already in my Etsy. Like these and these two pockets, right? I made them large enough so that they fit in the average journal size, and then you can put more than 2 things in, right? So these came from the blue and cream kits, I'm fairly certain. And then I thought, oh yes, I like this too. This is Nature in Sepia. No, it's not. It's a new kit, and it's not even out yet because I'm not done. I'm trying to finish it. I put a lot of time in my kits because I'm brand new at this. And I was doing my kits with a program, and then I saw something else and I said, ooh, what's that? And now I'm learning the other one because, you know, why not complicate my life a little more? And the beauty of it, oh, watch this. is that the two programs, they don't mix together. I can't take an image I did in one, put it in the other, and because the one program has the ability to do this, the other program has the ability to do that. Anyways, it's me. That's me. Complicated things. Anyways, look at this. This is going to be a very nice kit. Like I said, it's going to be called, what did I say? Old Paper Collage. And this is part of it. And I already made all the little circles. I love circles. We don't use them enough. So yeah, Old Paper Collage. Still in the same feel as the other papers I've done so far. The farm one is really something new for me. But still it has a tiny bit of that grunge. Anyways, so I thought maybe use some of that, but first I also want to stamp. Oh, and I inked all the edges, so you won't have to look at me do that. And I got my favorite stamps out. We all have favorites, the ones I always go back to, and this is my new favorite. I always go back to that one as well. I cannot help myself. And these are the Memento ink, and I'll also go back to the same colors. They just fit what I'm doing. The dark blue, it's actually nautical blue, the love letter red, espresso truffle, the teal, love, love, love it. What else? I mean, the other colors are beautiful. They're just not for what I need right now. Ooh, olive green. No, olive grove, pardon me. Northern pine. It's nice, but I don't think it will fit in what I'm doing. Gray flannel, maybe. Morocco orange. Oh my goodness, it's delicious. I just want to eat them. I think they do it on purpose. They make them so beautiful. You just want to eat your little things of ink. Look, it's like candy. Num num num. Okay. Let's see what she's saying. She wants to eat ink. What's wrong with her? Okay. Oh, and this big one I really love. It really acts as a nice background stamp for a pocket and such. Yeah, this could be like a pocket. I like it. I would cut around it, but this is the nice size. I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to do it in, oh, wait now, let me think for a second. What if I put it in lighter, like gray, and then I can print numbers on top. Let me try that. Now this one, I've said it before, it doesn't stamp super well. Like in the middle, it never ever shows up. And I put ink, like I'm there pressing, as you can see, you know, but I don't know why. I don't know, but I have to put a box underneath. Otherwise, it never comes out right. And it probably won't, you know. It's okay. I'm gonna press really hard. Especially in the middle. Ah, see? See what I'm saying? It's not me. There's something. It's because it bends. I don't know, the way. I don't know. Feeling aggravated. Doesn't matter. You know why? Because I can always make it better. See? He'd look nice, but not in the middle. You know me in middles and everything matchy-matchy. I don't like it. How about this? Would that look good? And then maybe a number here. Ooh. Oh, that butterfly with the writing. Would it? I don't know though. Maybe too busy. Okay, I'm gonna go with the first one I grabbed. And this I will put in espresso. Where's my espresso? Right here. I mean, come on. They call it espresso truffle. No wonder I want to eat them. An olive. Not a good match of tastes, of flavors. Oh my goodness. See, that's why sometimes the chit chat is not good. Lady lost her marbles. No, it's early. And I haven't really had 2 coffees in me yet because I take a sip and then I start filming and then I'm not taking a sip. I'm going to back up a little bit. I'm also stealing a sip. Oh, that's not bad. It's very delicate. I like it. I'm gonna put this away. What if I put this? Yes, these two always work really well together, I find. Or hold on. What about we kind of grunge it up, if you will, with, this says number 5 right here, or like it's, these are pretty much these numbers right here that I had stamped. I don't know, would it look nice, or right here? And then maybe I will put this. Yes, I like it. Okay, I'm doing that. Okay, so come here, you. I love this dragonfly. Okay. I'm not chatting when I do these. Although with the quality of my conversation, I think no one will suffer today. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, yes. I hope you see that well. I didn't want to put you in too much of a close-up. Sometimes I find it can be hard for you to, you know. So do I put this in dark blue, teal, or red? Oh, I wish I could hear you. I can't hear you because this is not even... What to do, what to do. Blue... maybe, I do like red. I'll go with red. Why not? Yes, it's perfect. It's not too dark. I didn't press super hard, and I love it. Okay, so see? This will make a beautiful pocket. I will rip it, actually. Why not just cut it right now? I'm gonna leave the same space here as there, just to make it even. And it might be something I'll hand sew. Why not? So I just make a tiny cut and then I rip. Perfect. And this is too much, so I will cut that as well. And we rip. Oh, look at that. Come on. If this is not going to be a magnificent pocket, seriously, look at it. It's scrumptious. Oh, I love it. I wish I had a sewing machine, but I will probably end up sewing this on the paper, hand sewed, sewn, anyway, stitches. Or just glue it. It's fine as well, because I always add so much around that it doesn't matter if it's glued or stitched in. Oh my goodness, I can't stop looking at it. All it took is a piece of fabric and stamps, and look at it. It's perfect. I actually, you know what, I was not super happy and impressed with the stamp in the middle, but it actually gave me a space to put all of these beauty, and I think it actually turned out better this way. So I might do it on purpose next time, actually. I really love this. Okay, next, so I'm gonna put this aside. So that's gonna be a beautiful pocket already ready to go in a journal. Now, of course, I'm not gonna waste this. No, no, no. There's no reason, absolutely no reason to waste this. Why not stamp a bunch of numbers in teal? I hope this gives you ideas. We all have pieces of fabric laying around. Well, we don't all have it, but you know, it could be an old blouse you don't wear, an old t-shirt, or sometimes I'll use them for dusting. I find cotton t-shirts, when they're really old and finished, you rip them to shreds like this and you use them for dusting. Work magnificently. Look at that. This is going to be perfect. You know, I'm going to find a way to put this somewhere. It could be, well, let me see. Where's the other one? Ah, okay. It could be something like that. Maybe I'll glue this at the bottom. You know, like, it's just an example. Why not? right? There's always places to use these, so don't scrap your scraps. I'm gonna put this aside, and well, because I don't want to spend the whole video just showing you how to stamp things, maybe I'll have to move. I'll make one more. I don't think you'll mind, do you? I don't know. Maybe you'll fast forward. That's okay too. I'm going to choose one of my favorites. Wait now. I'm trying to figure out. This is a little large. Maybe I'll leave it for a bigger stamp. This is, oh yes. These would also make good tuck spots and belly bands of all kinds. Let me see if there's one that's actually the right size. Oh my goodness. Yes, perfect. I didn't have anything to do. It matched right away. So I'm going to use the dark blue for this. Why not? Look, it matches right in the fold. I'll have nothing to do but cut it. Perfect. I'm realizing maybe dark blue was not the best idea because I like these images to act as backgrounds, like I did with the big stamp, the big flower stamp, but oh well. The stamp is ready to go, so I will use it as such. Oh, it's beautiful. I love how old it looks and just beautiful. How about, no, there's two, this one. There was too many details around the butterfly. I love the butterfly, don't get me wrong. But because there's a lot of details and these are minuscule details and the butterfly has this little handwriting in the back, it's too, yeah, don't know how to explain it, but you know. This will be in the darker. I could put black, but I find the subtlety of the espresso better than black sometimes, so I'm gonna use the espresso. And I'm gonna put it right there. Yes, that's nice, and I'll put something here eventually, just unsure what it will be. Oh, it could be this. Let me see what it would look like. No, it's a little big. No, maybe the flower here. No, I'll leave it like that because I'm unsure and I don't want to ruin the piece of fabric. Plus, it's not like my stems are going away anywhere anytime soon. So I'm gonna cut this out right now, like so. Oh yes, I even love all the thread. You know me, I love thread everywhere. That's beautiful. That's another cute little pocket. Love it. Love, love, love it. Okay, so enough with the stamps. I'm going to close my inks. I'm gonna put things away. I'll be right back. Okay, so I said I was going to clear my desk, but I just stamped a tiny bit more because look at this. Isn't it just so it's rewarding right away because it looks fabulous just like that. So the reason I did that is because I'm going to put this aside and show you. And that's the reason why in my new kits I will not punch or, you know, put that little hole to indicate where to punch, because I have an ID card punch, which is a line. So there you go. You would still see the circle. That would annoy me if I was the one purchasing this kit. And sometimes, what about if you create a tag which is more like a pull tab? I mean, this would look nice. You know what I mean? You don't always have to have a circle on top. This is beautiful just like that. It fits the whole look. So that's exactly what I'm going to do as we speak. Wait now, I just thought of one more idea to make it even fluffier and more interesting. I'm just debating on the white or very light coffee stain. I love them both. I think for this I'll take white. I usually coffee stained my cheesecloth super dark, but I found I was getting tired of the super dark, but I didn't want it to be white. So I just really rinsed it right away. I poured coffee on it, and then I took it out of the container. I just rinsed it really quickly, and that's it. It was done. So just a little trick if sometimes you also feel that your coffee stained cheesecloth is getting too dark. I mean, sometimes dark is good. It's just I don't know, I thought it was enough already. Okay, so I will put glue on this. Yeah, that's the front. Like so. And I will put it right here. Then I will flip it. And I already, like, I don't know if you can see me close up a tiny bit. I already kind of colored with this in the back because it was like super white, right? Cardstock white. Nobody needs that. So I'm going to glue this right there. It's going to make a nice pull tab for our tag. Why not? Doesn't always have to be ribbons. It doesn't always have to be, you know, in a hole of some sort. It can be just a pull tab. Oh yes, I love it. I love it. It's so fluffy. Of course, I'm going to add a tiny bit at the bottom so that it matches and it looks coherent, and like we did this for a reason. And we did. It's for beauty. There we go. Now this is really a nice tag. There's just a tiny bit too much here. I know it's glued on the other side, and that's okay. I like that when you turn the tag around, it's like, oh, it's nice here too. There we go. Yes, this will be a beautiful tag in a journal. I'm very, very satisfied. Okay, so I'm going to back up a little bit again. There you go. And when I was, at first I'm going to make a flower real quick because I did say that the reason, the whole thing, is I was wanting to make flowers with my, oh, it's true, it's double-sided. I'll choose this side. With my own flowers. So I did die cut a few. And I'm just going to see if I can put one together real quick. I usually am not in the pinks, but I do have this digital set that's, I don't know, what's it called? I don't know what it's called. Pinks and, no, it's not pinks and creams. Maybe? I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't remember. This looks cute. Why not? I'm not a fan of the pink. Can you imagine? I'm not into pinks, purples. I am not into red at all. I have no piece of clothing that is red, none that is pink or purple. They're just not my colors. Or orange or yellow. I'm blue, green, gray, black, brown even. I like colors. I don't know. See, I'm not even sure about the pink there. It is cute. It's just not me, but it could be a great, maybe in a darker set, it'll look like, oh yes, you know what? I have a pink flower. Let's use that one. I have these lighter ones. Also cut out from one of my paper, the blues and creams I think I used. Ooh, I like that. Let me see what the middle could be. It has to be dark. Oh, yes. Now see, that is my style of flower. Love it. And I did have a little middle here. I didn't put it on the other one. I didn't feel it needed it, but look, hold on. There. And all I took was paper and die cuts. And they make very, very nice additions to tags. I've put them already in a few things. I'm sure you've seen on the videos. I think it was on, no, actually I don't remember. I was thinking, I haven't been doing this for a year and I have well over 100 videos. So that's why I don't always remember. Okay. Whoop, there you go. And the little middle here. Sorry for my hand in the camera. There. Perfect. Look at that. Now that is beautiful. And sometimes on the corner, like I said, on the corner of like maybe this, right? You put a piece of cheesecloth underneath, let's say, or around. Like, that's not a good example. It's too small. So let's pretend like this. Oops. Let's pretend you can't see. Okay. So, see? Just like that. And then it's already embellished and it has interest. It's, you know, a little 3D-ish, if I can say. You know what I mean? So I love to do these when I'm out of inspiration or I need a break. These are just easy. You just glue them together and put them in a drawer and you wait for the day you need to use them. So I'm going to put this one aside because I particularly like it. And maybe I'll make one more. I'm seeing this green paper here. Again, it's not really green because it's from my kit. Well, yeah, it has greens and teal and oh, I like that. It's pretty. What about a middle? The center of the flower. Let me see. Would it look good? Oh, yes, it ties everything together. Yes. Okay, I'm going to glue this one and then I'll move along to something else. I know this video doesn't seem like it's going any specific direction, and you, my friends, would be right. Because when you start creating elements to put in a journal, unless you decide you sit down, you have everything you need, and you make tags. Tags galore. Well, of course, I've done that. And just today, I wanted to use scraps of fabrics that I had, like I showed you at the beginning, and scraps of my own papers that I've used already in a video. And I thought, well, I'm low on paper flowers. Why not create a few and show them, you know, how I make them? Well, maybe just one more because I see I have the paper for it. Yes. And yeah, so this is going every direction because every time I pause to heat up my coffee in the microwave or make a new one, or then I get distracted by something shiny in my house and I say, ooh, this would look good. So do I put green or do I go back with the pink? Yes. For a person that's not into pinks, I'm making 2 pink flowers. Well, maybe it's the feel that I need spring. And the middle. And by the way, the middle, remember at the beginning I showed you there was a little die cut for the middle? I just decided to cut paper myself. It's super imperfect circles and I find that it looks much better. I tried with the punch, it looked terrible. That perfect circle looked really not good. So yeah, I'm not using it. Okay, I'm gonna put these little scraps aside. Okay, so at the beginning, I also mentioned not to throw these, right? Sorry, I was trying to take a sip. You think I could have done it in the when I paused the video? No. So the reason is because I find it could make something really interesting. And right now, I found a scrap of Tim Holtz papers. You know how at the end the page has mignonettes, I would call them, of all the pages. So they're a bunch of little squares on a big, you know, 12 by 12 of all the pages in the pad. And of course I had this scrap. Actually, it was attached with the fourth one here, but I cut the fourth one. I'm going to back up. I'm a little close for you. I cut the fourth one because I think it's the perfect size and it gives interest to this. Now, I don't know, this could become a side tuck. Maybe I'll have to like cut this, or I could be a, how do you say, a page marker? But anyways, it will go in a journal and it's beautiful, so I will glue it. Okay, so I saved you the putting glue on every little petal portion of the video. Plus, I'm probably going to have to go back again because these little cuts right here, I mean, they do tend to lift if you don't put glue on every single one of them. But it is well worth it. It doesn't take long. See, this one is not gluing. Oh, wait now, maybe it is. I'm not patient. Hold on. There we go. Yes. Oh. Yes. See how much, oh, yeah, it's not perfectly glued. I just did it, so maybe I should have let it dry. I will cut the corners of this. Round the corners, I should say. This also can be a beautiful tag if I decide, or just, like I said, if I put this on the edge of a page, either way, either side, it could become a side pocket easily. I could also transform this into just a page marker. I mean, there's all kinds this thing could become. It could become a wide belly band if I have a bigger journal. And if I have a smaller journal, nothing prevents me from just, I left myself enough space all around that if I really needed to, I could always trim it to make this just this width, right? So that's why I said don't throw your, or when you do your die cuts, maybe be mindful of where you put your shapes, because then you can really use it. And it's funny because I did not think about it at all. This piece of paper, like I said, it comes from my blues and creams. It was a leftover, and I'm just realizing as we speak that this is a flower, this is a branch with leaves, and it looks like the flowers are part of the leaves. Now that is funny. Look, the flowers and the leaves, it looks like it belongs. I didn't do that on purpose. I'll be honest. Sometimes I plan, but sometimes I don't, and I did not. So see, that's really, really nice for that. So I'm going to put that aside. And then I also, you know how I make these papers. Now this is not complete. There's not any gold on it, and it's not, no, actually it's dark enough. I didn't do the inside, but because this paper is so thick, I'm not worried about when I decide to do it. If there's already something on the back, it won't do anything. This paper is super thick. I could drop my coffee on it and it wouldn't show on the other side. So, and I'm not even exaggerating. So I thought, I'm just going to fold it a little better because this will be part of a journal for sure. Just don't know which one. And yes, it is shorter, but in my journals, I like to have pages that are longer, shorter, larger, thinner. Nothing matches. That's the way I like it. I know some people will trim all the papers evenly, and you know what? If that makes you happy, go right ahead. It's just not what I like. And I thought this little pocket here would look absolutely scrumptious. Now, I don't know what I will do here. Maybe nothing. I don't know. Maybe something. But I will glue this right away because I know this goes there and I love it. And I'm gluing it now. It doesn't mean I'm not going to stitch over it after, because the page is not in the journal yet, right? So I would just put black stitch, hand stitch, really random, nothing even, because I don't like when it looks perfect. And yeah, it will probably, I'm gonna let this fuzz out of the page. I like it. There. So when this dries, now we have a pocket. And like I said, I will probably, because this is not, you know, glued to anything, I will probably stitch it with black thread all around. And it's going to look fabulous. I love, love, love it. This is a little long. I do like thread, but this is just in the way a tiny bit. Just going to cut there. I do like it, just not all over the place. Oh, that's also too long. There. That's perfect. I love it. Yeah, it's gonna look beautiful. Look, see, if I have a tag right here, the one we just did, and you put the tag in here, Oh my God, this this looks oh, I had the word and I forgot it. Oh, I hate that. I'm not a human dictionary, like a translator. Organic, yay! It has an organic feel because these are handmade papers and they're cotton, and this is fabric, and this is, you know, fabric again, and this is my old paper kit that's not online yet, but you know what I mean. Oh yes, I think it's organic. I think that's the word, or natural, or and the feel and the touch. My goodness, now I'm having an idea for another journal. It could be all with this feel of very natural feel, a lot of, yeah, ooh, okay. Wow, I have a lot of project and very little time. If I could do this full time, I would have all the time in the world, but that's not the case. Okay, so how about we decorate this? How about, I mean, these are my papers and I love it just the way it is, but you know me, it's not gonna stay this way. I'm probably going to do, yeah, I do, I like the word France. How about, and this bird has beautiful numbers there. I don't want to, I can't believe I'm born. Okay. And this is also filled with beautiful numbers. I don't want to ruin it, but maybe a flower right here. No, I'm thorn, but you know the idea. Maybe if I had like a piece of paper that was supposed to be a pocket, but had no, you know, decoration, because this, aside from probably putting some cheesecloth, because it's more like it's lighter and see-through, and it doesn't, you know what I mean, like it doesn't add, so you can kind of see, hold on, you know what I mean, like it's see-through and it doesn't block the whole image. I would probably do that. I could also glue this on the side. There's all kinds of ideas, but I actually don't want to ruin it right now. But nothing is preventing me right now from doing, because again, we're just prepping for a journal. So I love the dangly dangles like so. I have this beauty. I have this, which is like a postage stamp with a flower. Oh, I like that. I love this, but it's two of the same color. So I think this, yes, I'm gonna do exactly that. I'm gonna punch a little hole in that. Let me get my tiny hole punch. Oh, and I have another thing I'm gonna put in there. Okay, I'm going to punch it right like here. The reason I'm showing this is because, I don't know, sometimes I put them like that. Let me see, is that better? No, actually I'm going to do that. There's no need to see this, plus the pin will be in the middle. No, I'm going to do that. I think it's better. It looks nicer. Okay, I'm going to get a ball pen. Oops, I have so many, they're all stuck together or what? Okay, and I'm going to get a Tim Holtz number, or, oh, it says time. I don't know why. I love it. You know, like, that's a postage stamp and it takes time to receive mail. Oh, I made it funny. But you know, like, back then we would write letters and you would wait patiently to get it. We lived in the moment a lot more than today. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. And what I would do probably is attach this, like, let's say this is glued, or maybe this little guy. Yeah, maybe this little guy, or just this, it doesn't matter, is glued on the side of a page. So let's say, so just because I have it, let's say this is there. Of course it won't, because that's too much numbers and it's too much of the same. But let's say this is not there. So I would attach this there, and this, oops, there, and I would pin this. Oh my goodness, I'm all thumbs. I would pin this here, you know, to the fabric or lace or whatever it is that I put on the side of the journal. I really like that. See how simple that was? I just took an oval, a circle, and one of the charms from Tim Holtz, put a hole and a pin, and you're done. This adds to your journal. It adds interest. There's all kinds of things to touch, and there's, you know, textures and metal and things that are coming out of the journal. So there it is. Those were my ideas. I have so many more ideas, but I'm sure, I mean, I could go on and make a 2-hour video, but I think you get the idea that if you have scraps of fabric, grab your stamps and have fun. If you have scraps of papers, and you have a die cut, or if maybe just a punch. I mean, I know there's flower punches and all kinds of punches. I just don't possess any of them. Hold on, I need a sip. So I don't have punches and such. But if you have a die cut like me, keep your die cut scraps, because like, see, I have this paper too. It's like a ledger paper, and look how beautiful it would be. You see the lines right there. It's very soft. I would probably arrange some fabric around it. You know what I mean? There's always a way to do things. Actually, if I folded this to put it in a journal, and then, yeah. Anyways, there's so many ideas. Don't throw anything. Well, I mean, don't be a hoarder either, but I think we're all a little bit of hoarders. And remember this from the beginning? This would actually look very good. Oh, there's a number there too, see? This would make a beautiful pocket on this, actually. And this would look beautiful in a journal. I would separate those pages by a lot of other papers so that it's not too redundant. But I think this is really beautiful. So I hope this gave you a few ideas. Maybe it got you to go ahead and grab your scraps. I will try and finish this kit and the farm one in the next, you know, week or so. It takes me a long time. Like I said, I'm brand new in doing this, but I want to put them in my Etsy shop, because the more choice I have, you know, the more people will go and check them out, because they want to have choice, right? I'm just brand new, so I don't have I have 6 kits out there, I think, and I'm working on number 7 and number 8. So, but this one, I think it's going to be absolutely delightful, and the farm too. So there it is. Don't throw away your, even look how small of a scrap this is, but look what I've done. So use your stamps, use your scraps of fabric, use your scraps of paper to make circles, and play around with circles, because as you can see, it took me like what, 3 seconds to make this. Easy peasy. You can make a bunch of these. You can just sit down, have a whole bunch of ovals and circles, and make a few of these for your journals. So on that, I will say thank you very, very much for watching. Thank you for all of you who have purchased my digital papers. I am new, but I do think my papers are really pretty, but I am getting better, of course, like anything else. And so far I'm pretty much in the same vibe, but that's me. I make papers for the things that I would purchase, but I am trying to diversify my style. But with time and with the abilities I will build, of course, I will probably be able to make other styles of papers. And I hope you enjoyed today's session. Thank you for watching. I hope you are safe, happy, and healthy. And I'm giving you a great big hug from here, Nova Scotia. And well, thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye. Bye bye.